I had
$65.
love technology.
Your parents. My parents.
Well,
Dude, I was hauling it in the Soviet
yeah,
Union.
it's just a picture of me actually painting a subway train. And I guess the reason I asked you, do you remember New York back in those days? I grew up in Spanish Harlem in the South Bronx, and so the whole environment of urban decay, the whole disenfranchisement was the reason for painting trains, and my 6-word quote was, "Wasn't noticed, so I painted trains." But that also speaks volumes about my career, where I've been, what I've seen, and what that ultimately became, and ultimately what it is today, how important it is in terms of one, the voice of a generation, the voice of a whole slew of artisans and media types, and I was definitely one of them. And so painting trains actually was a passport for me within the city, within ghetto to ghetto, community to community, from places from like the club, Mud Club, the Grill, Danceteria, Studio 54, all these places. So because we were these artists that were kind of fringe, we were pretty much on the cutting edge of the scene, of the culture, and a lot of what you you see now is kind of part of that past life. But the other thing about that it still has a lot of weight for me about being noticed, and I think a lot of us, and I think some of the people who wrote some of the entries had echo the same thing about like here I am, this is who I am, this is what this is a little bit about me. And so I think for us in my generation who were painting trains, that was the painting trains, the creativity was the how do you put it, it was a way of overcompensating for the shame of poverty. And what we were able to do with that was really just we gave the world a gift. Especially a lot of kids over the world. I mean, I get so many emails and so much response from the professional world, like, wow, what you guys have done and what you do is really interesting, important.